grief and making references to losing dear ones, but I would digress a little. My own experience of grief period, I would say, was when I lost my job. Right from the university, I will take you through a story. I had that passion of being a banker. So fortunately for me, I read banking and finance in the university. And after that, I got a job with the bank. Okay, I lost my job just like I said, but prior to that, I gave birth to my second child. So I was on maternity leave and almost looking forward to resuming. Then I was served with that termination letter. Honestly, I felt bad. Even when I was told, I couldn't believe it because my records were straight. I didn't have any issue with anyone, but I was told to resign voluntarily, which if I didn't then, my job was going to be terminated. And it wouldn't have been good for me. So I wrote my letter of resignation. It wasn't easy. I came back home. I'm used to my routine. Maybe my tea taking now is due to that. The addiction we're all talking about, that's why I say there's some addiction, not necessarily for drugs. I got addicted to tea because of the nature of the job I was doing then. Maybe it will soothe me. So I got used to taking tea early in the morning, just like I used to do when I was going to the bank, in the afternoon, and before I go to sleep. As I was doing that, I was nursing my baby. And that resignation came at the peak of my career because I was promoted to a regional manager, heading personal banking. So it wasn't funny. Even now, as I'm talking, I'm feeling it. Time went by. I was able to take care of my baby. She grew up, she started going to school, but still, the pain was there. Why I'm trying to tell you this is because of what we said, the interrelationship, the correlation between grief period and depression. That pain did not leave me. I got to a stage I was depressed. And my husband noticed it. Through my actions, the way I used to be, I wasn't myself. My parents, I've lost them. So he didn't know where to start from. So the only person he could talk to then was my sister, her humble self, the CEO of Malpai, Aisha Bagudu. He had to talk to her. Hey, madam, your sister is depressed. So she had to come in. I will never forget that time. She knew what she did to me to really come at that situation. So depression is real and is a lead from grief. It all depends on how you take it. So that's why I say I cannot leave this forum without sharing my own experience and also to use this opportunity to once again thank Her Excellency, Aisha Bagudu. She's my sister, but she played a major role during my grief period. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum.
And you can tell us the way...
I don't know actually where to start from.
You can tell us the way Habib snatched your girlfriend.
There are some cases narrated here actually that are similar with, to what happens in our family. I think when I was around 16. And there was this, our cousin, one of the eldest in the family, the breadwinner of the family then. He's doing like business, supply business from Kaduna to Port Harcourt. So he has a business partner. They will supply goods, and on their way to Port Harcourt, during the, I think, Sharia crisis or something that happened in 2000. So I think a week after, they travel with a plane, and on their way along Aba, he was killed. But the most unfortunate thing is that I don't know why people have this kind of attitude of hiding something like tragic information, passing back to the family. It's good to reach there, because after the incident, those that perceived to be northerners, they were brought from the distance and burned. I think they were burned with a tire. They all died. So the friend that survived, the good reached Port Harcourt, Of course, they receive it in Port Harcourt. But up to the time when they come back, they didn't break the information that he's dead. So they stressed so much the family, praying for the return. They said he has run into the bush, something like that. So instead of now grieving on the death, on his death, we are now praying, struggling to see his appearance and what have you. It took long before another person came. It's a relative to say they should just forget about him. It's no more. So this kind of situation actually is one of the worst experience, I think, my worst experience I ever had. And there was also another incident which also has to do with grief, because when we are growing up as boys, we grow like 3 of us. One is my sibling and the other one is my cousin. And we do virtually everything together. We stay in the same room and everything. Then I was in 200 level then. I think I had my last exam from my department, and there was interval of like 11, 12 days. I said, okay, let me go home. I will not stay for just one paper. It's my second department. I said, okay, let me come back. On coming back, he has this kind of chronic hepatitis, and he has to be admitted in ABU. So they are waiting for me. On reaching there, he said he doesn't want anybody to stay with him except me. Even though his mother, we went there together, we were together, but I'm the one handling everything. So what happened was his death, actually. The day he would die, I think it felt like he was recovering, actually. We sat down, we discussed a lot of things. He even asked me to go and eat. You don't want to eat, go and eat. Because you know that I don't want to eat inside the hospital. I don't know, because that one is like close to emergency in Shika, so the smell, I don't allow me to eat. I have to go down to eat. They were watching ball then. Then I think it was in the rainy season. It was raining, I couldn't come back. But what they told me is that the moment I left, he started calling me to come back. And in a matter of seconds, he's dead. Because by the time I arrived, they already covered him and pulled him one side. So I think if you could remember, I did that time, I was thinking of not even coming back. It was a day or 2 days to that exams in business admin. So I said, okay, I'm not going back. Even his mother, other people had to pursue me, please, you should go back and write your exam. I think it was, grief is certain, it's real. And also the second one also died in 2012. So me too, I started preparing my handing over. I said, this date is serious. This one, after he gave birth to 1 kid, the other one also, his wife is pregnant. I said, maybe that interval, like 4-6 years, me too, by the time I reach that time, me too, I'm going to go. Because these are the people you grow up together. You always feel it. Even though I am perceived to be strong, even in the family, that I don't cry, but I cry silently. As in the way I will feel it, I will keep dreaming. Sometimes, even if I'm facing difficult situations, I will be seeing them, they are the one advising me in my dream. That kind of affection we have, the way we grow up together. So I think the day we are born, to the day we will die, the grief is certain, is with us. It can never leave us. It's the only way we manage it, manage our emotion. That has to do with our emotional intelligence. And there are certain things I will do to manage my own. It's different from another person. Because it cannot, even for one person, it cannot be the same method. Sometimes isolation helps a lot. You don't want to talk to anybody. Just to calm down, because to talk to your inner selves. Because there are 2 guys in you, that gentleman and that bad guy. You consult them, actually, but make sure that you defeated the bad guy. Then the thing will cool down. They are like spirits in you. So you just discuss with them and settle for the best. And with prayer, whatever you remember them, just put them in prayer. That's enough consolation. It's enough consolation.
Is it the same way we handle our grief? Is it the same way that we're going to handle our depression? Since we all agree that depression and grief are similar, going hand in hand.
Yes.
Is it the same method you apply to this one that you come and apply to this one and
still feel.
I think some, for those with situations like this, like post-traumatic disorder, I believe they have counselors, there are psychiatric doctors that handle that.
Magana hauka dai ne har yanzu.
It's not. Last time I visited, my friend came, and even another friend was telling me, you know that he has issue. I know. I said because we made the way he was talking and shouting, and he was the one that told me that he's going to see his doctor before his posting. And I know the experience he passed through in Maiduguri. Most of his boys were killed at water abuse, so that thing affected him actually mentally. So they allow him at home for almost a year, close to his family, just to report to Jaji, go back to his family. So, for that kind of situation, you have to see a doctor.
Magana hauka dai ne. Mu je zuwa.
Yes, because the thing keeps resonating actually, and it's tragic. Yes.
Magana hauka dai ne. Magana hauka ne mana. But you know when we talk about mental health issue, the last topic we discussed mental health, and I think some of you here even brought a lot of good ideas. Even you were saying something very nice.
Yes.
Mental health issue, either way, either you are depressed, you are happy, you are not happy, it's still an issue. And the funny part of it is we all deny the fact that there is mental health issue going on.
Yes.
We don't accept it. And so I think depression, grief, it still comes down to mental health. That's the two good guy and the bad guy you are talking about.
Exactly. So it's very certain actually.
Fahad.
But let me ask a question too.
Okay, ask.
Do you trust the two of them?
No, let you say something. No, say something.
Okay, my question is it necessary? Okay, when you are depressed, is it necessary you will be grieved?
Depression and grief, I think, goes together.
There
are two different
you
things.
can be grieved, but not depressed. But you can never be depressed without being grieved.
You can never be depressed without being grieved.
No, you can be depressed without being in grief.
Depressed, you are not grieved.
Yes.
Nothing, but you are depressed. Yes.
You can be
When you are
depressed.
depressed,
You've
you
not
have
lost
that
someone,
vacancy.
you've not lost anything, but you are depressed. Situations will depress you, but it's not if you like it.
Or high expectations, high life
You
expectations.
can't explain it, but you are depressed. Your friends may not know.
But can be a cause of depression.
What could be the cause?
The depression, the grief.
Grief can be.
Yes.
A grief can be a
It's
cause
just
of
like
the.
BP and diabetes. Doctor said
One can trigger
once
the
you
other.
are diabetic, automatically
You have
you
BP.
have BP. But when you have BP, it's not necessary.
So you can be grieved. That's what we are saying. That's the same question
That's what I'm
you're saying.
saying.
You can be grieved without being
You
depressed.
can be grieved.
Without being depressed.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
But most times.
But if that is what you call grief. That's why we call it grief and
But
grievances.
there's this saying that they're saying
The moment you have grief, you
women,
have grievances.
we fall into depression every second. I don't know whether how true this thing is. Every second they say.
It could be true.
And one of the elements of grief that's grievances is associated with depression. Because anybody that has depression has kind of grievances. Like, even if you don't know, you perceive it. Even your high life expectation will make you depressed. And it's the grievances you have even with yourself, inner self, that will make you, begin to hate yourself. Why? The moment you question the essence of your existence, then you are in trouble.
Only when you're sad. Even too much happiness can cause this depression.
You know, I have a program that said, happiness kills.
Kills.
Yes.
I believe in that.
Somebody can
Because I've seen somebody that was in a coma
That we can call it over anxiety. You got something beyond your expectation. That hysteric moment of happiness, there are that kind of moment that you feel the grievances I'm talking about. It's an element also of depression. And you can know grief without grievances. So having grievances with yourself is one of the most dangerous things. It's better you have grievances with other people. It's true. It's better you have with other people that you can set a limit.
What do you mean with other people? Please explain.
Like you feel like it's somebody that is the cause of your problem, cause of your trouble, then seeing you yourself is the cause of your problem.
That one is terrible. It's worse.
How?
Because the thinking of suicide, it comes when you think.
When you feel like you're
Yes,
failure to your own self. Yeah.
That's why those people who do suicide, they say that's egocentric, anomic, and autocentric. Egocentric has to do with your own self. And there are things that will just grow out naturally. Or you do it for the sake of others. Like, let's take people in Palestine. When you see your family, men, everybody gone, then you'll be ready to sacrifice your life for other people to survive. So that ego, that one that has to do with your inner self is one of the most dangerous things. Because you can harm yourself. But for others, the only thing you just cut people off.
You can harm me.
Even if you know, some people can harm others, but they can just cut them off. It's another solution. You have to do a solution.
About depression. Yes, I was depressed once in my life. I guess I was at the age of 13 years old when I lost my father. So, and all I can say is Alhamdulillah, because the way I took it, and then the things I did. I guess we spoke about, what was it? We spoke about how to prevent it. I'm the type that all I want is just to feel pain when I'm depressed. And then I feel like, okay, I'm good. After feeling that pain...
I'm not laughing at you, that's why I'm laughing.
After feeling the pain, I feel like, okay, I'm good, and alhamdulillah. Or at times, I will lock myself up, cry for a week, and then come out. I've done so many things. At some point, my sister or my mom, I've healed because now, alhamdulillah, I don't. Whatever I go through, I only cry, and I put this thing at the back of my mind that I only cry for a week. After that week, I will not cry again, and I'm done with whatever I'm going through.
Before I continue, I just want to say I hope you find peace with what is hurting you, and inshallah, everything will be fine. Just have that tawakkul, and at the end of the day, just put it behind your mind that pain just causes more problem, and inshallah you'll be okay. Okay, so what I wanted to contribute was on the thing of genes, like Mommy said. I feel like what you were saying about, I would want to align with you. Mommy said earlier, these genes have power where you give them. Yeah, no. what I'm trying to say, Mommy, is people sometimes you attribute things that are natural to superstitious things.
Yes.
And that is where you get it wrong. Something completely natural can happen to you. And the moment that happens, you say, and that is the biggest problem.
Now he has mouth.
That Asiri thing is very serious, because I've had instances where somebody is facing something that is very natural, and then you have people around. You have people.
What's an example of that natural?
Like
what is natural?
Drug addiction, for example. This is something that I've seen happen. It was a family member that he has a thing of drug addiction. Let me just make a point. And then people are texting the mother saying, blah 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 blah.
And then they will make you lose balance.
And then it becomes a thing where you start thinking, okay, to is it this person? Is it this person? And this is just, it is something. Sunai, mommy, but the thing is, as a Muslim, you should attribute anything that happens to you is the will of God. Nobody can get to you or do something to you out of ordinary. Even if it happens, there was a time that the Prophet was, that they used on him, yeah. But then it is, it's a period of time.
Well, actually, the Aljanu part, us the youth, there's a different way the parent thinks and us the way we think, honestly. By myself, I sat myself down and I started thinking like, okay, Fahad, you are here alone. You have no one to, talk to you whenever you're doing something that's not good. And all that helped me was whenever I want to do something that's bad, I always remember maybe my dad or my mom's voice. I always hear their voice, like speaking to me, okay, this is what you're supposed to do that is good, and this is what you're not supposed to do. And by using that, alhamdulillah, I quitted it, and that's the end of it.
NJ Fanny, that's it. Because you already believe I can try, yes. NJ Fanny, that's why it's work. Just like Indians, think about our days elephants. They make it the council, the
and
elephant.
cow.
Yes, and then they worship it because they believe.
But
Yes,
idols.
some idols and yeah. Because they have that belief, that faith that yes, instead of worshiping Abuna, it will work for it. So just like the what's the name? The Aljanu thing that I'm saying. Nisha personally, I don't believe in it. Because I just feel like Baba Abuna to Akamani. So, but then for those that work, the moment you believe in it,
There was people who start telling him the best way to go about it is go and do something else. That is how you.
The moment you believe in it, any small thing that happens to you, any small thing will be like, J fine.
So we all agree that akwai aljanu. They do harm, kuma ana jifa. But what she said now, when you believe something, for example, my mom, and she feels like, hi, her head is paining her. Maybe ta charge gashin ta cire kadan. Ta yi Google ya kace mata cancer. I'm sure cancer, I think you have to go through chemo kafin ka fara losing kai ko. Za ta kwanta she's sick or she thinks she has cancer. So I feel like when you believe in things, you start seeing it. So in yanzu kai da let's say someone that is taking something, sai a ce jifan shi aka yi ya fara shaye-shaye. Whatever it is that happens, sun ga an gane da let's assume mama jifan shi aka yi ba. But you've already attributed that to jipa ne or tsafi ne. That's it. Whatever else that happens that is bad or even good. So sometimes I feel like the gaske they do.
Mostly na mutuwa ko betrayal, but no one has spoken about rabuwan iyaye. It also contributes to grief. Because maybe iyaye za su rabu, the father will be like, he wants to take his children with him, and then the kids will live with another woman. And there's no woman who wants to take care of another woman's children. So za a maka irin gori aini ba ni na haife ki ba, or they'll insult you, or they'll treat you how, like they'll talk to you how they feel like, and nothing will happen. So it's more traumatizing to kids than the parents. And then there was a time during that period of depression, I came to mommy. I didn't actually tell her I was depressed or anything. Mommy looked at me and she was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was like, "Nothing." She said, "It's a lie." She didn't want us to talk about it. She said, "If I am having any troubles at home, you're always welcome to my house. Or if you need someone to talk to, you have Ikram. Talk to her, and she can direct the message to me. Or if you need someone to talk to me." Also, Auntie Hadiza, I would like to thank both of you for playing a big role in my life.
Okay, my question here is, if, let's say, you experienced grief and you are depressed, how do you work on it? Because I'm a self-centered person. I limit people around me. I don't overshare. I don't over-communicate. I actually don't have friends, because I feel the more you expose, the more people get the privilege of betraying you and stuff. So how do you work on it? You've been betrayed once.
Have you ever been betrayed?
I'm still grieving. It's very, very fresh. I can never, ever get over it. Never, ever, because I can't let go.
Don't start.
Okay, I can't let go because,
Don't say you can never get.
do you know what?
See, no,
I cannot forgive.
Okay, one house, please. One house. Let me answer your question. If you want to move forward in life, people will betray you. The moment you accept you're going to be betrayed, even by your sister, you'll be able to move on. I'm not saying forgive and forget, because if you forget, it will repeat, you will do the same mistake. But forgive for your own self, not for that person. I believe you should forgive that person. If you are forgiving someone, you are forgiving yourself, because you are not holding on to grudges. You will be able to move and you will be able to talk.
It's very difficult.
No, you can forgive but not forget.
Every day. You see the person every day. So that's the first thing that pops up. When you
That's what I say. You should let go, because you have not allowed it to let go. Thank you very much. We have a pleasant day today. We discussed a lot. We learned a lot. The main reason for this is we want to see from the youth perspective. We want to learn from you people. We want to understand your world. And thank you for expressing all your griefs that we parents, we don't look at it or we overlook at it. I wish we would do part 2 of this, because it's very interesting. It's a very long period, which I think we have to do season 1, 2, 3 on this. And we appreciate your time for leaving whatever you're doing, your precious Sunday, and come and discuss this with us. I hope with this it will help to heal others that are not here, that are unable to join. And also, I wouldn't mind for you people to join us on our YouTube page, Heart to Heart with Aisha Bagudu, or Malpai Foundation, and pass your comment. And if you want to join, let us know through our comment section. Thank you very much.